after his birthday. He just turned 50 the Saturday before he passed away. And we were outside talking, and he said, well, I'm going to come back to the store just for a little while. And sure enough, he did. He came back. We walked around and we looked at all the paintings on the wall. And he asked me if I had, we were standing under the portrait of Bob Dylan. And he said, do you have the portrait of Jacob Dylan? And I said, no, we don't. That's Bob Dylan's son. And he said, he wrote the best song. It's my favorite song. And I said, which one is it? He said, One Headlight. And I would encourage you to listen to that song. He told me that the song was a lot like his life. And I'll probably never hear it the same again.
So let us not let Mike's death be in vain. As community leaders, as mentors, as friends, do what we can. Be aware of the situation. Be aware of what people are going through. Be more understanding, more non-judgmental. And say, how can I help this population in our community? And know there's a lot of things that go along with that. There's reasons those things happen, but just asking people to be non-judgmental, have a little more of God's love in your heart, and let Mike's death not be in vain, that we can improve our community somewhat because of his death.
An interesting story is I went to a homeless consortium. We were all talking about things, and so many people complained about the trash and the mess and the dirt. And then I thought of Michael. He spent hours walking up and down 127 picking up garbage. And that was his contribution. He really felt that was his contribution. So, as the mayor said, we all think that there's so many needs that people think that they are also giving us the service to.
New Testament, I don't know how many of you ever saw it. Didn't know it was a little small one, real small. And when he stood in line at the soup kitchen, he was constantly flipping those papers. And I went up to him one day and I said, Mike, surely you don't read that fast. And they were torn out, but he would just real politely put them back in and tie his rubber band around them. That brought me to a place in my life where I thought how wonderful it would be to have an openness so that we can all come together, regardless of whether, what the situation is. Our hearts can be open, and I just thought about that.